YouTube! Hi, I'm Syrmaa, and welcome to the Twitch meta tier list. Now, the word meta has been thrown around for no reason ever since that hot tub nonsense a few months ago. But in reality, this is a ranking of the worst times on Twitch to the best of the best times on Twitch. Of course, it's completely in my opinion. Gotta preface that because some at the top, they're gonna make some people a little teeny weeny bit mad. We have 21 different metas, excluding League and WoW. It just wouldn't have been fair to rank them, as no amount of VOD watching, clip watching, or any sort of research is gonna be enough for me to confidently place them, because frankly, I just was not there when they were in their peak. So sit down, grab some popcorn, and I hope you all enjoy. Coming in at 21st place, oh man, we got CSGO gambling. Not case openings, but those shady websites that the CSGO gambling channels would play on around 2015-ish. I mean, people just full on stopped playing Counter-Strike as a whole, and were just fully invested into shoveling their money into that furnace that was those websites. I mean, everyone did it back then to some extent. 15-year-old me as a kid watching that shit, of course I'm gonna dump all my skins and knives and shit into the website and get scammed. You know, is it this low because I got scammed when I was 15? Yes, those websites. Plus, it just got extremely boring seeing someone win these $10,000 plus pots all the time, every 10 minutes, you know? It's just a good thing that nothing was going on behind the scenes. Number 20, we got gambling, baby. History is doomed to repeat itself, and this is the most prime example. Although a lot less severe than CSGO gambling, normal gambling is still sorta kinda in as of July of 2021. I just personally don't find it interesting to fry the front of my brain out watching a millionaire fry the front of his brain out for 10 hours a day. There is some gambling that's pretty interesting, like blackjack and poker, but watching someone play slots is so horribly boring to me. And the lights, man, just the flashing colors all over the place. It reminds me of an old competitive Overwatch game. Number 19, Pokemon card openings. While the Pokemon card craze was interesting for a moment, it soon devolved into a shit show of how much can this streamer spend to get their colorful cardboard. The funniest moments that come out of this were, of course, when Soda Poppin', after the end of all the openings, would take some of the cards, throw them in lubricant. He took a flamethrower to some of the cards. It was just unlucky timing, but as soon as all this card nonsense started, printing of Pokemon cards actually was halted for a bit, and it just caused scalpers and everybody just to buy out all the cards, jack the prices up, and it was just really disgusting to see. Less boring than the previous two, but what I'm telling you is not by far. If Soda Poppin' didn't burn those cards, Pokemon card openings would probably be down all the way at the bottom. What the fuck? Number 18. ASMR streams. Of course, the younger brother to the hot tub streams, and the final hoorah for Indie Fox before she got permabanned. Although the ASMR streams were just so out there and ridiculous, I mean, you had Amaranth with a horse mask on, banging her face against the microphone. It was just ridiculous. The sequel is always worse than the original, and the ASMR streams were funny while they lasted. Granted, they were only around for like 4-ish days. I'll give it a week possibly, but it was just a finale for the hot tub streams. Number 17, the Valorant beta. Look me in my eyes when I tell you, the entire way they did this beta. The random key drop idea was probably, oh my god, it was so awful. I can't even explain to you how bad it was. You had to watch 2 hours of a streamer to be eligible, not to get the key, to be eligible to get the key. So you were just sitting there hours on end watching a streamer tell you that this was the best game ever. This is the new competitive game. Everyone's gonna be playing it. You knew their ass was lying. You knew Valorant was like the biggest piece of shit game ever. You still wanted to play though. Viewership was so astronomically high that streamers didn't even want to end their streams. They just had pre-recorded games going on 24/7, and they would only periodically pop in to tell people to drop their Twitch Prime on their pre-recorded gameplay. In the end, it was just really funny how just awful this whole event was. Number 16, media share streams. Coming in at a cool 16, we got media share streams. Not reacting, but specifically paying a streamer money to watch a video. From my recollection, the only streamer to do this in an entertaining fashion was Soda Poppin', as he was the first to do it. Sellout Sundays were always great to watch and would go on for hours and hours. They would get clogged up by people spamming their AMVs and whatnot. But, you know, once streamers figured out they can just charge people to make them watch videos, it was game over. Charging people like 10 to 20 cents a godforsaken second is criminal. Too many people caught on and caused the quality of media share streams to diminish extremely quick.
Everybody cap out 1, 2, 3 and chat. Yeah.
Number 15. Hot tub streams. Now, for the reason why the word meta is just thrown around for no reason at all. The hot tub meta was as I called it, not to toot my own horn, but a flavor of the month.
To be honest, she's just a new flavor of the month, with last month being shitting on anybody who did an oopsie in GTA RP.
Ever since they all got shuffled over to the pool and beaches category, that viewership was sliced down like 80%. Was it entertaining to watch? No. But through all the bullshit, there were golden moments, like every streamer on the platform doing their own variation of a hot tub stream. Amaranth, I believe, did a whole entire podcast inside a kiddie pool. It really tore the veil right open and exposed how backwards some of the rules were and still are on Twitch. Of course, prefacing that the whole hot tub debacle has no one to blame but Twitch itself. I'm not trying to get all squad W on this tier list. Number 14, Rust. So the first collaborative game on this list, and actually the most recent, with the last server seeing its comeback in July of 2021. The reason Rust is much lower than the other games on this list is, although it's great, you know, the rating, the streamer interactions, that whole blood god bit and whatnot, it most definitely feels like it's the most forced out of all of them. You know, the whole drops, you get your pokey garage door and whatnot. It just felt like the streamers were going live to just go live and shut up these toxic ass Rust viewers. I mean, Rust viewers, I can make a whole nother video on Rust viewers, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, who doesn't want to accidentally kill a big streamer and have their whole chat room wish death upon you?
All day.
That's that one loser.
Laughing at me.
Number 13, Among Us. Among Us, you know, while it lasted, it was definitely a good time. Watching everyone learn the game and just deceive their friends, it was actually some great content, to be quite honest. 10 of your favorite streamers and YouTube people all in one game. It was a collaborative dream. I mean, who doesn't want to accidentally vote off a big streamer and have their whole chat room wish death upon you? This meta dying out was actually not in the hands of the content creators at all, but the lack of content coming from Innersloth. I know, there are only 3 people, but I think they shot out one map the entire time this meta was a thing. And I know, they didn't realize their game would go from 5 concurrent players to 100,000 in less than a month. But one single map drop would have extended this game's lifespan for months and months and months. You know, mods kind of did this job with adding different roles and whatnot. It effectively turned the game into Town of Salem 2, but it just did not have the same feeling.
Oh, my mama, I saw you. I saw it. No cap.
Number 12, Minecraft speedruns and Minecraft SMPs. From here on out, I don't think there will be many negative points. I said many, so I'll still rip into a game if need be. Let's start with SMPs, notable ones being SMP Live, Epic SMP, and the offline TV Minecraft server. All quite enjoyable to watch, and from what I'm aware, SMP Live was actually one of the driving forces into why Minecraft kind of got its second boost of popularity back in 2019. It's always fun to see people interacting that you normally wouldn't see on the server. You know, it was kind of like a streamer cinematic universe. Although don't quote me on that, that might be a little parasocial, so I don't want to stand by that point. Then the speedrun side of things. No, not you. But the rivalry between Forsen and XQC was a breath of fresh air on Twitch. You know, it was just some good old-fashioned competition. Then in the back end, you had streamers like Vaticus stomping both of them behind the scenes. But once they both learned all the ways to cut time, of course the times kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter every day, ending with Forsen being the winner with a time, I believe, of 20:38. The only drag was that SMPs kind of started popping up everywhere. It was just entirely too hard to keep track of all of them, and you know, XQC and Forsen just kind of put the game on the shelf and the competition ended there.
Fucking metagamer!
Number 11, chess. Man, oh man. Chess was so great in my opinion. Seeing almost all of Twitch pick up the game they had little to no knowledge on, and just running these tournaments was really fun to watch. Of course, all the blunders made up for some of the funniest clips. We had personalities like Hikaru and the Botes sisters coming out of this, with Hikaru actually joining TSM at the end of things. I never knew how to play chess, but because of it running Twitch for a few months, I can confidently enter in some 3-minute blitz games and get dog shit on instantaneously. Truthfully, honestly, yes, it did get a tad bit boring at the end, but that's a given. Too much of a good thing is always going to end up being a bad thing, and watching someone play 2D chess for 8 hours a day was obviously going to get a little bit boring by the end of it. Plus, there's some old dude getting mad at some chess players that were collaborating with streamers. Oh my god, I forgot his name. It was like Ben Feinmald or something like that.
Fuck you, Slicker!
Number 10, just chatting and reaction content. Now we're in the top 10. First, let's all thank Greek for normalizing this type of content. Yeah, streamers would kind of periodically watch videos throughout their streams, but my man Greek just said, forget all that and would just watch videos his whole entire stream. Back in 2017-ish, this was kind of unheard of content-wise, and people were still clowning Andy Milonakis for going live and eating and calling that a stream. So you can just imagine what they were saying about Greek back then. Fast forward to nowadays, and I'd say React content and React streamers take up about like 50% of all big streamers on Twitch. When it happens on stream, you don't bat an eye. Watching a long video with Twitch chat and your favorite streamer seems like a really good time. You don't really see how ridiculous it is until someone re-uploads the reaction, and it's a 2.5-hour reaction video of Hassan watching JCS Criminal Psychology. Not knocking it at all, because my ass is sitting right in my seat watching it with chat, but you kind of have to admit, at some point, it has gotten a little bit ridiculous, the 2.5 to 3 hour videos being re-uploaded. It's just funny to see. Most definitely entertaining though. I really do miss those Trainwreck's Top Chef like 9-hour marathon streams. Hips! Number 9. Fall Guys. What happened to Fall Guys? Oh my god. It was so sad, man. One day, everyone was playing it, and the next day, forgotten. Never spoken of again. Why? Because another bean game dethroned Fall Guys. When Fall Guys was all the rave, it was so hilarious to watch everyone try and fail to win the crown. It had a battle royale feel but wasn't entirely PvP, and it just made it super lax and a lighthearted party game. All the streamers raging over their little bean falling off the map was priceless. Only thing that kind of dragged the meta of Fall Guys was there was a stream sniping incident that happened, but this is way after Fall Guys' reign on Twitch. It happened during a Twitch rivalry event. It involved XQC and whatnot. It's a little bit corny to snipe in Fall Guys, but nonetheless, I still think Fall Guys in its peak was far more entertaining than Among Us. Number 8, we have Artifact. I don't even know if you would consider this a Twitch meta, but man, if this wasn't the most funniest stretches of time on Twitch, then I don't know what is. Artifact, the dead on release card game's Twitch directory was overrun by people trying to f with streamers, making them click on their bait Twitch links and whatnot. So this was already ridiculously funny. Then everyone decided to step it up a notch, and they stopped with the bait links and just started playing movies, TV shows, and just everything under the sun. It did get a little unruly near the end, but by then I believe a lot of people had just headed out from the directory as a whole. Nowadays, people just do not care anymore, and they'll stream shows and just anime in the just chatting section with no hesitation. Number 7. GTA RP. GTA 5 RP is always welcome. Usually it would come in phases of like a month or two, and that's what always made it a little treat for everybody on Twitch. Remember when I said too much of a good thing is a bad thing? GTA RP is a prime example. It's been half a year now, and there seems to be no sign of stopping at all. I do enjoy me some RP though, just in some small portions. I didn't completely follow everything going on, so maybe if I did, my placing of this would be a little higher than it is right now. This was one of the first real streamer collaborative games, and the clips that came out of this meta were just absolutely golden. My favorite bit was Burn, who played as Johnny Silverhand. You know, he was abusing the Grand Theft Auto 5 animations to just poke fun at how poorly made Cyberpunk was. But 100%, GTA RP is deserving of a top 10 spot. Number 6. I'm backing up for this one, because before I even show what's at the number 6 slot, I already know I'm gonna make a shit ton of you mad. So calm down. There's a science to this one. Not really. Number 6 slot, we got Fortnite, baby. Fortnite. I do not give two flying who you are. If you can't admit this game from 2017 to 2018 even had a crumb of enjoyment to watch on Twitch or play yourself, you're just lying, and I can't save you. I'm sorry. Sure, Ninja was a tad bit cringy back then, but who wouldn't be cringy for 100k plus subs a month? But I'm not going to be talking about Ninja. I'm of course going to be talking about the trio that was just amazing on the Fortnite category. You had Hamlins, Myth, and Daquan. If you didn't follow the game, you have no idea who I'm talking about, but those three made up for some of the best moments in that game, and I would watch them for hours on end. No one knew how big the game was going to be back in 2017, and just watching everybody get better and play the games and just dumpster on people in solo games, I was glued to my screen, man. But you know, once people started erecting government-sized buildings after I shot one bullet at them, that's when I hit that swift uninstall button, and I kind of dropped the category and stopped watching it. But it was still extremely enjoyable to watch and play in its prime. I think a number 6 slot it definitely deserves it. Now we're in the top 5, PUBG. Before I even start, I can't be the only one who hates this acronym with a dying passion. I always called it Battlegrounds because I couldn't stand it. PUBG sounds so awful to me. This game deserves a top 5 slot just for the stream snipers. I mean, do I even need to say more? You have Shroud becoming a full-time streamer and just running up solo lobbies all day and all night. It was a sight to see. We still had Doc on Twitch with his motorcycle bits and raging. Oh my god, man. I miss Doc so much, bro. This game was just so perfectly scuffed for a stream game, and that's what made it so good. But in my opinion, the number 4 slot did it a little bit better. Number 4, H1Z1. H1Z1, the zombie survival game turned BR. Oh my god, it was so horribly scuffed, and it was the game Tyler1 picked up after his indefinite ban from League of Legends back in 2016. And just the memories of watching him meet Greek and Michaela for the first time as stream snipers, it's just so funny to look back on. We had Summit's little oopsie, man, H1Z1 was a grand old time. For sure the most toxic BR of all time to ever grace Twitch. But that's what made it so special.
Because the fucking youth of society. You shut up when I'm talking to you!
Number 3. I'm backing up again for number 3. This placement might even be more controversial than Fortnite as a number 6 placement. At the top 3rd spot, we got, please do not be mad at me, hear me out, Overwatch. 100% the most opinionated placement I could do. I just could not throw it any further down than the top 3rd spot. Now I can wholeheartedly say, sure, you might have not played Fortnite. Sure, you might have not rocked with it, whatever. But you're lying to me if you say you did not play Overwatch. Everyone played Overwatch when it came out. Summer of 2016 was probably the most entertaining time on Twitch, and Overwatch was a driving force into making it so memorable for me personally. There were so many names that made this meta so good. I've praised him like a million times in previous videos, but yes, I was a moon_OW frog back in the day, and the trio of him, Lassus, and Tim the Tat, man, was just, it was just a joy to watch, man. It was the first competitive game I really got into, so I just have such fond memories of this shitty game on Twitch, man. Seagull's handshake, of course, was one of the best moments on Twitch, and the insane World Cup plays were crazy to watch live. Plus the old Roadhog hook nonsense when the game first released. If I did this in a more broad lens, would Overwatch be this high? No, but it's my list. Make your own list. Plus, I think the top 2 will make up for those who have not liked my placement so far. Number 2, Hearthstone, man. Now for the reason why Twitch shifted from games to you coming back for the person behind the camera instead. Hearthstone. This silly ass pay-to-win card game brought out some of the best personalities on Twitch. Due to queue times and not being super intense of a game, it gave way for creators to show off who they are as a person. Rectful, Reynad, Forsen, and Crip, just to name a few that ruled the section around 2015. It really paved the way to a more modern type of streaming. And to be honest, watching people shit on someone in Hearthstone, it's really satisfying. Also, if Hearthstone never came out, I don't think Radio Kappa would have ever seen the light of day. I asked him for a statement, but he said he was too busy watching Forsen. Bro, what is it with that guy, man?
Look at his favorites and porn preferences, please.
And for our number 1 slot, a surprise to probably nobody, we have IRL, baby. There is no doubt in my mind that IRL is some of the best content that Twitch has to offer. Traveling, walking around downtown, it doesn't matter what you're doing, IRL will always be entertaining to me. Back in 2016 to late 2017, IRL dominated Twitch until self-proclaimed King of IRL, Ice Poseidon, was permabanned off the platform. But before then, everyone was caught doing IRLs. In Japan, at the beach, anything was game. Pokemon Go was super popular back then for IRL. As of July 2021, IRLs are slowly coming back, and for the most part, they've been great. There was a weird stream sniping incident that happened when one of the first group IRLs happened. I'm not even gonna show the clip or whatnot. And very, very recently, there has been a teeny bit of drama involving IRL, but I don't think it's gonna be anything that's gonna ruin IRL for the coming months, because I really do think it's gonna take off. IRL as a whole is very, very much deserving of the number 1 slot in my eyes. And this concludes my ranking of all the Twitch metas. What would you do different? And if you could place League and WoW, where would they be? I stream over at twitch.tv/Syrmaa. That's 2 R's and 2 A's. I hope you all have a good one and stay safe.